What's going on, everyone? Juice Bags here, and it is the eve of the release. Gonna be an awesome day in gaming tomorrow. We got Defense Grid 2, we got the Gauntlet, and we've got Stronghold Crusaders 2, which is actually available right now. They pulled the plug a little bit early. However, got a little pre-release access to Defense Grid 2 here, and I wanted to have a little tower defense fun tonight. Been waiting for this game for a long time. Now I'm going to be doing a complete playthrough of Defense Grid 2 and all its DLC and some custom maps as they come. But for tonight, I wanted to kind of play around a little bit with my favorite mode, and my favorite mode would definitely be the grinder. I love the grinder, I love the super grinder, and I want to be able to show off all the towers tonight, so I'm going to not start at one of these beginning ones that's still restricted with towers unlocked. I can't remember which map it is that I wanted to do. Or it wasn't those were the beta maps. I could do that one too. Surface tension was a lot of fun. Yeah, I can't remember which one it is that I'm really looking for. Let's see. I'm thinking it might have been, yeah, Boiling Point here. We're going to take a look at Boiling Point, which is mission number 8 on grinder mode. Let's go ahead and get started. Now, of course, some of the newer benefits, or some of the customization. What's up, Amanaza? How you doing? Stayed up late, I see. One of the cool new customizations in DG2 is being able to customize your weapons. You see right now I've unlocked chemical-tipped bullets for my gun, which puts a dot on. Priority target strongest. Might as well. So the cannon will only shoot at the strongest target, which is awesome. I've got fire bombs on my concussion towers, which is nice. And then I've also got priority target strongest on the Tesla. I'm not real sure if I'm going to use a Tesla, but potentially. So let's go ahead and pop on in and check this map out. As I mentioned, there's going to be a complete DG2 playthrough over on the YouTube channel. But for tonight, I just kind of wanted to mess around and have some fun. Is this the map I wanted to do? I think so. Let you get a little different feel for how things work in Defense Grid 2. And I'm going to start off, we all know we've got the boost, which the boost is a base that we can throw on to give our tower some additional benefit. We're going to come right out of the gates with a concussion. And I think I'm going to throw another concussion right here. Let's get that bad boy up. See that that fire dot on that concussion towers are saving me here. Right out of the gates. Now this map, this is I'm not going to do a high scoring run. Really what I wanted to do was really build out a big badass maze, as that's a lot of the fun with Defense Grid. See, I think here I wanted to put a temporal. Let's go with a temporal there. Now you can throw those boosts down to block paths as well. They're cheap, so you don't have to go right for slapping a tower on it, although I am going to use that particular boost platform as another concussion once we get to that stage. Being on grinder mode, I want to get lots of AoE damage going up front, and the concussion tower was one of my favorite that wasn't available through most of the beta, and I was really excited to play it, so I wanted to check that out tonight for certain. Now, as I mentioned, I want to build a pretty nice big maze here, and I'm not sure how I'm going to do it yet. I think I've got a plan in place. In fact, let's go ahead and just build it out right now with boosts. So I'm going to slap a boost right there. Is this how I wanted to do it? I'm not sure if this is how I wanted to do it. But yeah, this is it. I'm going to wrap them around. I'm going to bring them all around the map. Crazy fashion. I'm going to need to get some upgrades in place, however, though, before I get myself too carried away here. I'm wondering if I want another concussion right there. It's not necessarily the greatest angle for it. I think I'll throw a Tesla on right there. I want to get all the towers out and show them all in action. The graphics engine definitely changed a bit in the game from Defense Grid 1, and it's, you know, although you still get the same familiar gameplay, it's definitely looks very pretty. In fact, let's go ahead and speed it up and speed through this, and maybe we can get a couple of different grinder maps done. Now let's see, what else did I want to put? I think I wanted to go concussion here. Basically, I'm setting it up so they're going to have to pass by these concussion towers multiple times. They've got to pass by these two twice, and this one once at the moment, but they're going to be passing it another time here. Let's see, let's get things boosted here. Guess I didn't really need to do that one. Yeah, this is looking nice. Getting quite the maze going on. I'm going to have to upgrade this temporal. There is no doubt. In fact, I really need to get some upgrades going on these concussions as well, I believe. These things are going to be pushing me hard if I don't get a little stopping power going. I can build my maze out. I've got, you know, 100 waves to get it done, so shouldn't be an issue. Yeah, with those concussions leveled, we've got quite a bit of stopping power right up front now. Let's see, here I think we're only going to have those options since there's not a route for them to take here. What to put across this stretch? Now, the Infernos were really, really strong during the beta, so maybe I want to put a stretch of Infernos in there. But on the same note, I do have the upgrades on the guns, and my Infernos are not upgraded at the moment. So let's gun it up here, and the guns will also be able to get a couple of shots off inside. They're not going to be super effective because they're going to get blocked. But like these two guns can shoot over that temporal. Now if I would have put that temporal on a boost, they wouldn't be able to. There is line of sight in DG2, so you have to make sure that you put your little boost platforms in an area where they're not going to, you know, affect your other towers. See, let's get this one all the way up to full. And, you know, when you use the boost tower, of course, you get other options to upgrade with it. You get the overcharge, which increases the damage by 25%. The disruptor, which busts out the stealths and deactivates shields. And then the upgrade score boost. I think I'm going to use the upgrade score boost on this one. Yeah, you know what? I said I don't give a crap about the score on this run. I wanted to do the big maze, so I don't know why I did that, but it's all good. I'm sure I'm going to have plenty of resources to get this thing really built out. In fact, we can go ahead and get the basics of how this bad boy is going to look here. I think that's pretty solid right there. That's quite the little maze. Get these guys filled out. I'm wondering how hard they're going to push. Now, you know, obviously I've got these main towers, these main concussions here upgraded. So they're going to be really bringing in the pain right there. What do we want back here? Now, being grinder mode, I'm trying to stick mainly to AoE. These guns I have here are the only single target towers I'm using right at the moment. You know what, let's get, I'm sure they're going to push to here. So let's get some Infernos in play here. And we'll go ahead and upgrade this temporal one more and check out the range on that, as I think I want to overlap on the temporals. Now, I didn't need a boost tower here then. That's alright, we'll leave it anyway. Throw a temporal on top of there and let's get this maze filled out. These the lower waves are not going to push past these concussion towers. I wouldn't imagine. Well, maybe I spoke too soon. They definitely still have a ways to go to get all the way up and around. The concussion towers, you can't see it now because there's so much going on the screen, but they definitely have a very unique graphic compared to the old concussion towers in DG1. That spits out a bunch of individual concussion grenades that explode, and it just looks really, really cool. See, we got the Infernos up top. Yeah, nothing's really going to be pushing me too hard from here. Now, I'm thinking, although that, you know, it's always good to use some sort of AoE on those corners. If I went with Meteors out here, the Meteors are going to be packing quite the punch into the field there. And then, you know, I said I wanted to do all the towers, so let's see. We'll get a laser right here. That laser's going to have a nice big area that it can hit as well. And then I'm not sure if they're going to make it out here, but we need some cannons somewhere. Let's see. Where would be the ideal place for cannons? Really, probably where a couple of these Infernos are would be a little bit better for cannons, but whatever. You know what, I'm going to do that. Let me get, sell the tower off of the top of these two and install some cannons instead, because they're going to give me a nice little bit of single target burst damage as they push through. Those concussions are just mean as hell. They were in the original defense grid, and they're mean as hell now. Upgrade that Tesla. And get this temporal busted up. One of the most helpful things you can do is get your range up on those temporals, as they're just, you know, of course, increasing the amount of time that they're in range of your towers, the more damage your towers are going to do. Aminazi, you been playing any Dungeon Defenders the last couple of days, or you waiting for something fresh? So do I want to get that one upgraded too? I think I'm going to wait on that. I will need to upgrade it eventually. You know what, this last section, Meteors, missiles, Teslas, we've got everything in play. Maybe this last section we'll just throw in some single targeting and get some lasers up right there. I'm sure towards the end of the match something is going to push that far. Definitely got some seriously volatile shit going down right here in the middle of the map. You can see before those concussions really start spinning the individual grenades coming out. It's just awesome. Cool as hell. Love me some concussion towers, and of course the concussion towers are a staple in grinder mode. Yeah, I hear you, Amanaza. You know, it seems like most of the Nightmare maps are just, they're either broken or they're too easy. Now, I don't like the change they made with the Monk Auras. The Auras, the electric Aura hitting really, really hard, but not ticking as often. One of the big benefits of that to me always that I thought was the, you know, the tick rate being so fast. It would really help take down the little individual mobs. Finish them off, or whatever the case may be. See, even though I didn't upgrade most of this other stuff, it's actually proven to be quite pointless now. I'm at wave 50. I assumed that something might push a little closer to the end by now, but apparently that's not the case. These concussions may be just a little too mean for old grinder mode. Looking good so far, though. So stoked this game came out. It's tough having all of those games that you want to play releasing on the same day, but at the same note, it makes it kind of nice because you can get one day off of work and really maximize your fun time. We're looking good. Wave 56 now of 57. Another interesting thing now is you can change, you know, of course everybody knows if you hit F, it speed things up. You can change that now so that the speed, you can set the speed. Alright, they're pushing now. Maybe I should stop talking and start upgrading. Let's see here. They're definitely getting the push going on. There's no doubt. Let's get these concussions upgraded right here, since the concussions do seem to be so effective up top. And yeah, they grabbed some cores, but they died pretty quickly. Didn't make it back into the main maze, so piece of cake there. Oh, you know what? Did I not use the boost on this one? Oh, I didn't. Let's upgrade it to overcharge. That one's doing 25% increased damage now, and that should really help out. Let's go ahead and get these two upgraded. No matter, you know, I really intended to build out the big maze, but on the same note, I love staring at that score so much. I've got mixed emotions on it when I start doing a run like this. I really want to conserve all the resources and get my score jacked up. But at the same time, I just want to have fun and build out a big, insanely ridiculous maze. Alright, we're looking pretty solid here now. Maybe get these first two guns upgraded since they're shooting through the gap there. You know what, we'll just go ahead and make them red and boost them here. Get a little more single target damage going right up front there to help thin the packs. Now, of course, another feature in Defense Grid 2 is the real-time scoring. You know exactly where you're at all times. You see the top right-hand side of the screen. I just busted 1 million, which is the bottom tier course, I want to get all the way up to gold, which shouldn't be a problem considering I'm at the bottom tier at wave 68. I should cross over into the second tier within probably 4 or 5 waves. Nice little map, though. This one grabbed my eye right away because it just had so much potential for maze building. And you could actually do it a little bit more, even. You know, I want them to come back the same route that they left, so I didn't want to have a different exit with the cores. I wanted them to have to go back through the mess once they get there to that point. Oh yeah, these guys are pushing a little. You're not making it past the turn here with this second group of concussions, though. It just wrecks everything in the area. See, in the beta, we weren't using the concussions because they weren't available to play. So it was all about those Inferno Towers. And the Inferno Towers do much... They're much more effective than they were in the original Defense Grid. Not that they weren't very helpful there, but the Inferno Towers now are just plain mean. There is no doubt about that. Let's see, let's juice both of these guns up, at least to the yellow stage, and get them boosted. We'll go with overcharge on both of those guys. Very nice. Everything's just getting smashed right up front. Now, if I upgraded all this front stuff to red, this concussion and this Tesla got those to red, it would be very difficult for anything to make it too far. It would have to be one of the waves with the tougher mobs for anything to make it in. At least I did get a few things out to the lasers. Of course, the cannon you can't really appreciate right now. But it is, you know, the cannon, of course, was good old faithful in DG1. It really packed the punch, and it definitely does in DG2 as well. Can't really appreciate the glory of it right now with those concussions going off, but it's definitely really, really helpful. Looking good, looking good. You know what, I will do that surface tension map next, I think, because I didn't get to do that with concussion towers in the beta, since they weren't available, but I did do them up with the Infernos. And you see we're over the top tier now with just at, what was that, wave 82. So, achieved the goal, got past the 1.5 million, and should get up the chain a little bit. Oh yeah, these guys are getting it done. Grinder mode just chews through walkers. So of course, or pardon me, the concussion towers chew through walkers, and since all there is walkers on the grinder mode, it makes them, you know, the tower to use pretty much. For scoring or for just badassness. Badassness, is that a word? Oh, it is now. Yeah, anyway, you can change the speed. Now, I haven't changed it past the default. Oh yeah, these guys are pushing. I haven't changed it past the default. But I saw that there was a setting to change the speed. Come on now, burn them up. I need to upgrade some of these lasers a little bit. You know what? Let me get that Inferno up. I'll do that. Get that Inferno, this laser up to bit.
We all need to boost every now and again. Towers are no exception.
That's what I'm saying. We got good old General Fletcher, of course. Let's see, let's upgrade overcharge there. So that laser will provide some nice single target damage at the end. We're at wave 90 now, so I mean, I have no question that the strat will hold up, and in fact, quite a few of these towers were useless to even put up. But like I said, I wanted to build out a nice maze, and that is indeed what happened. Gonna break that 2 mil mark. Looking like it. Should break it no problem, in fact. Yeah, they took an interesting turn there. I guess I could have put another row of towers here to block that turn, and then they'd have to come the exact same path, but it didn't really bother me that those guys left and went this way. Nowhere else they can go except back through the maze, so didn't bug me a bit. Oh yeah. The guns with that upgrade on them are also very nice. You get that nice little dot on there. So it's always so frustrating when that last mob makes it past your guns and he runs away with practically no health. Well, that won't be an issue with that upgrade in place. Get a nice little dot doing a little additional damage at the end. Go ahead and upgrade and boost this Tesla as well.
Tower boost. Use it only if you want to kill far more aliens.
Well, I definitely want to kill far more aliens. The graphic on the Tesla tower is nice as well. I mean, it actually looks like a generator spinning up top, generating the current, and then of course it just blasts it out. Nice little bolts of lightning there. Oh yeah, no problem getting to 2. We're at 2.2 million now. These lasers are going to get a little action in. There's no way all these guys are going to make it back through. And then of course you do have the L. You know, I can hit the special ability for the orbital if need be, but it's not going to need. These guys aren't going to make it past the Tesla. Nope, there we go. So there's a look at boiling point on Grinder. 2.328 million. I wonder where that stands currently. I know that will be nothing down the road. Let's see, where's the leaderboards? Here they are. Let's see, what was that? That was boiling point on Grinder mode. Oh, only 2 people have done it. Why is it not showing me? Is that not the map I did? Oh, that's easy. I was on normal. Yeah, number 2 high score. It'd be pretty easy to get number 1 on that one here on release day, especially considering I just threw all that extra junk out. But I'll take a number 2. See, I ended up going to the scoring anyway. I'm an addict. I intended to build out a maze, and I went with the scoring. Alright, let's go ahead and check out another map here. Let's see what we got. I think we're going to go to this surface tension on Grinder mode. This one's got some potential for fun, and I haven't gotten to do this one yet with the addition of the concussion towers. I had a little different strategy on this one through the beta. I started at the cores and worked my way out. And you see we got different choices for command teams. Reinforced special weapon, temporal blast, precision targeting.
Death from above.
Enables the orbital laser. General Kai there.
Providing increased damage output from above.
We're going with the tower art overcharges, though. I think I'm going to be using that one the majority of the time. through playing this game. But let's take a look at this one. See, last time I started this, I know a lot of people, this was one of the beta maps that was available. And most people, it seemed that did videos, started building it out this way. And I think I started from right here. Which, you know, doesn't necessarily make it right. But let's see. Get some boost in place there, and we'll get... See, I don't like having concussion towers back that far. Now that I got the concussions in there, I'm wondering if that's the correct way to do this map. You can see the concussions in action without all the other stuff going on the screen. You see all the little grenades flying. So cool. See, another concussion will get me going there. And I think for the backside, right there, maybe I'll go with a gun for some single target damage to close the deal. Now, how do I want to do this? Do I want to have them coming up and around? I think that's what I want to do. Let's see, let's get a temporal in right here. Slow things down. And you know what? This one we're going to go a little boost crazy. We're going to get boosts in play. Yep, need to get some more resources. Here we go. We got them taking the correct path again. These guys should get burned up with no problem by these concussions. In fact, let's go for a score on this one, since I can't seem to steer away from it anyway. Try to get to number 1. Come on, concussion tower, light up. I still need a bunch more resources. Here they come flowing in. There we go. That alone is going to be enough to get me quite a few waves here right at the beginning, I believe. So since I'm going to have them cutting off this way, I could use another tower here. In fact, I could boost it up front with some fire. That's what I'll do. Get those infernos blazing right there. Let's go ahead and I think we're to the point where we can fast play the map now. See, let's get those infernos in play. Get a little fire damage going right up front here. And then we're going to want to up this temporal. Get it slowing mobs down through the infernos as well as the concussions. Let's get it juiced all the way up. Concussion, concussion. Oh yeah. The concussion towers in grinder mode are just meant to be together. There is no doubt. Now what I did before is I didn't use the boost towers through the middle here. I put these I used infernos and I put them down directly on the ground, and then I boosted this side and put guns up there, and then the guns could reach over the mobs till they got down here. So that was, you know, pretty awesome, of course. let's see. Let's bump up a couple of these concussions and see how far this takes me before I start to get pushed at all. Of course, you do have the periodic tough waves that come through, and those guys will almost always push through a good distance. But I want to see how far just regular waves are pushing. Only wave 13 now, so I shouldn't really have any issue at all. Doesn't look like I'm going to have any problem with these guys. The game looks really clean and nice, though. I mean, Defense Grid 1 was very sharp and crisp looking as well, but a lot of the tower defense games, there just isn't a pretty graphics picture to go with it. And all the gameplay, you know, although the gameplay can be really, really fun, it's always nice to look at something pretty. So that's awesome. Alright, there's a little push. Alright, so definitely time to bump another upgrade up. Let's go with that concussion. And then let's get these Infernos upped. In fact, I'm just going to up these because I know that's a soft wave. And you know, what should I put here? Maybe that's a good spot for a cannon, a little single target damage. Got a nice range that it'll be able to hit pretty much all the way through. Now, I'm not sure, I need to look into it. I'm not sure how interest works on the resources in DG2. And, you know, of course, with interest, you want a bigger pool of resources, and it obviously gains more interest. I'm not sure if they still have that in or if they took it out. But these guys are getting smoked right now, so no problem at all. Yeah, these guys are getting burnt quick. Let's see, is it ready for a little boost to the fire here? Let's do that. I'll get the fire boosted up. And then wait it out a little bit before I upgrade any more of these concussions. Of course, I want the concussions at red by the end. But I want to make sure, just in case the interest is still in play, I want to make sure that I'm keeping some resources there and collecting a little bit more, you know, from the kills. Getting a little bit more collected up. I got this dead tile right here I could put something in. Not sure what I'd want there. It's got a nice nice range because it would hit mobs all the way around here. I'm thinking more AoE. More AoE would be the obvious choice. Oh yeah, getting smoked. I got them going fast? Yeah, they're going fast. I need to change that setting anyway. Can I change it from here? I'll show you what I was talking about there. You have, here we go, the default speed and the fast forward speed. 1, 2, 2.5, 3. Oh, 3 is as fast as it'll go. Okay, so that's fair. Is it going to let me back to the mission? Okay, good. 3 is as fast as it would go. I didn't know if it would let you boost it up to 5 or whatever. You know, but for people who want to, you know, the grinder mode, of course, takes so long. I didn't want to do it on slow. I want to get those babies cooking on in. Guy just not even getting challenged right now. This map is easy, pretty easy to build that little death loop. No, I spoke too soon. So now we got some cores walking, but they're not going to make it far. They're really low. But we have got mobs that are close. Oh no. This is disastrous. Come on, die! Alright, we need immediate upgrades.
It's where it belongs.
Woof. I thought I was going to lose one that time. Getting a little too cocky, I guess. Close. Let's get this bad boy overcharged too and really make it happen. Now I think I want to use the score boost on this one because most of the mobs are dying right here in that area. I should have popped that up so much sooner. Holy crap. It's wave 30 now. I'm not sure the effectiveness of that score boost. It wasn't available when I played through on the beta. So it'll definitely be nice to see exactly what that does. Provides a score boost when aliens are killed near tower. Okay. So this tower doesn't have to kill them. It just has to be near this tower, so that's good. I'm going to go ahead and upgrade that bad boy, though. Since those guys did the push on me there, I almost lost it. See, now these towers are activating all the way over here. Is that in their range? Yeah, it is. Maybe I should bump these guys up, too. Get a little more heat going right there. Of course, the gun is awesome single damage tower once you get it all the way up to red, single target damage. So it never hurts to upgrade your gun. And we're just going to give it the overcharge. Alright, we want overcharge on these guys now. See, do I want to do another score boost right there? Or is that area... I think that area is actually covered. I'm pretty sure this one is covering it. Or really close to it, anyway. Anything that dies all the way out here on the very end is not going to get the benefit of the score boost, but the rest of them will. Do it now? Well, it's not even wave 50 yet. If you upgrade them too fast, then some of your other towers are almost pointless. They just got you started. Now this is one of the maps that has the different platform that raises up, so that's kind of a cool thing you can do, is you can go to your command station right here, and you got the gatekeeper here. You can put this hybrid pier up. In fact, let's go ahead and
Good news, we have more room on this level to pass the
let's raise it up just so I can show you. And you have to manually do that. Now, of course, when you're going through the campaign mode, that's one of the events that occur. But that gives you that whole new area to open up there, which is pretty cool. One last upgrade there. I'm coming up on, what is that, 460k? I should start collecting quite a bit of resources here now, though. And we will get the strong waves that'll push through, but I can also use the orbital to beat them down. Now, I haven't had a chance to play with the different commanders that you can use, and I'm not sure how big the benefit is of Kai on that orbital laser versus the stock one. It's a little different graphic. Let's pop it down right here just for giggles. Oh, it smoked everything. There's no doubt about that. I'm worried about the score on this one. I don't think no, not many people have played the map, I'd imagine. So I'm sure I'll still be top 10. But not sure if I'm going to be able to get that #1 spot. It seems like I wasted some resources. The Infernos are definitely softening them up a bit, real nice right at the front, and then rolling from the Infernos into the concussions is just brutal. They're going to get wrecked. I'll be back on probably later tonight for some more quiet time with Juice Bags, where I do a quiet stream once it gets real late. That was kind of a decision I made about a week ago, and the reason is I play so much really late at night. That's the majority of my gaming hours, and I'm always struggling to find time to edit videos and everything else, where if I can play at those hours and just play the game and have a quiet stream, ooh, they're pushing, that would allow me just to get massive amounts of content up on the channel. And you know, as I do, you know, I put a lot of hours in gaming. You know, I want to get as many of those strategies and such as I can up on the channel. This cannon seems a little weak right now, being the only green on the board. I'm going to upgrade it just because I don't want to see it being green. Wave 60 now, and they're pushing through a little bit. I'm wondering if I should consider another concussion. I guess we'll have to see. Anything pushes too hard. This was one of the softer groups. They're not even making the turn, but it seems like a bunch of them have been getting into this area. Oh yeah, very nice. I like the grinder so much. It's kind of the endless or survival mode version of Defense Grid 2. And that's one of the things I really enjoyed in the original Defense Grid was the grinder and super grinder. The grinder, of course, is all walkers, and the super grinder has various mobs. So the super grinder, you can't just concussion it up like this. Well, I guess some maps you can if you have the, you know, the proper maze set up. But the walkers do, they take crazy damage from these concussions. So, it, you know, as I said earlier, it's kind of the go-to tower for regular grinder mode. Alright, so we're getting ready to... We're coming up on 1 million. You see the real-time scoring in the top right. And that tells me we just passed the bottom tier, which is 1 million. So I think getting to 1.5 for the top tier will be no problem at all at wave 68. And hopefully we can get past the 2 million mark, but I'm not... You know, of course I'm going to be gathering resources a lot quicker now. I'm not positive if we're gonna hit 2 million though. See, I could have almost done something cheaper right at the start with like guns or something here. If I put guns here and then took these concussions off the boosters, these guns would shoot over. But at the same time, I like having, you know, that upgrade score boost on that tower right in the middle. That's pretty awesome. These guys gonna get chewed up. Yeah, they made it all the way to here, but they didn't make it up to get a core. So that's good. Alright, we got many waves pushing much harder now. So I'm not certain I'm going to upgrade. I'll get an overcharge on this one, but I'm not sure I'm going to upgrade it again. But I may need another concussion. I thought that this was going to do it with no problem, but I'm not positive now. Looking at it. Oh, and you know what? I don't even have these guys boosted. Good lord. What am I thinking? Let's get the overcharge going on all the Infernos here. Tearing it up. So I gotta say, I'm pretty excited about the Gauntlet. That was a game that I just loved way back in the day. I dropped many a quarter into the Gauntlet machine in the good old days. And then of course that was one of the, you know, I played all the various console versions in the 90s and such. that the Gauntlet had. But pretty stoked to see a full-blown PC redo of the original with today's graphics and game styles, co-op and everything else. So awesome. How are these guys pushing it? Coming up on wave 80 now. And these guys aren't pushing too hard. You will get the periodic wave of the toughies that will get all the way through, but see, I got a real short maze. That's what's kind of concerning me. I almost want to just at least fill this whole area with just boosters to lengthen the maze a little bit more. If anything does push through in the end here, it'll have to make that whole lap. You know what? In fact, let's do it. I'm just gonna put boosters up here to force everything up and around.
Boost towers do everything but make cookies, like block aliens and give towers built on them special powers. That's right, you heard me.
Oh yeah. So that forces them to run all the way up and around. And that'll give me a nice little bit of separation if anything does decide to push through towards the end waves. You see there's pretty beat up, but a walker nonetheless, making it through. He got owned. That separation is crucial for that tough wave or whatever that'll push through. That and I didn't spend too much. I only spent what 120 resources or so. 160. I'm not sure how much are the boost towers. Or they're 50, so I spent 200. That's not too bad though. See, like those guys pushed up and around, no problem at all. So, oh wow, they're still pretty healthy going in. Might be time to add that. I'm gonna do it. I would hate to go out here at the end because I haven't attempted anything on this map with the concussions. And we've got some pushing going on here. I'm going to have to bust out the orbital. Oh, it did nothing. Holy crap, we're going to lose it here. Come on now, get up and around. Oh yeah, I've got cores going out the door. Oof. So close. Good gosh. See, if I was at the last wave, this wouldn't bother me. But I've got several more waves coming. Ooh, this is definitely sketchy. Come on. Dang. Core's making it all the way back to here. These additional concussions are helping, but they're not exactly getting it done. Let me give them a little overcharge. And of course they're not, they're outside of temporal range as well. One more on its way back. See, if I had some nice range like meteors or something along those lines, this wouldn't be near as tough. Get that one right at the end, all the way to red. Well, I'm over the 2 million mark, which I said I wasn't sure I was going to make it. Wave 97 now. So I'm unsure at this point if this was a waste of resources. I mean, would those cores not have gone all the way through? I'm just going to upgrade them. I figure they're there now. I might as well get the full bang out of them. Alright, so wave 98, or 97, whichever that was, didn't even make it to the turn. So that may have been a little overkill there. 2.1 million now. These guys are pushing. That's a healthy pack, but we got the last wave coming. The last wave will be past all the concussions before these guys can make it around and out. Assuming that are they going to make it in at all? Yeah, they're going to make it in, but they're not going to make it far. Alright, piece of cake. Real close call there, but worked out nonetheless. It's a good thing that I stretched those boosters out and gave it that separation for those guys to run up and around. Not too bad. Let's see, that's 2.19 million. Take a look and see what that did for the old scoreboards. Where were we? Leaderboards. What map was that? That was surface tension, grinder, and normal. Well, that got me a number 5 spot. Not too shabby for the first run. Not many people have played it. You know, as it says here, only a total of 14 people have played it. So these scores will go away within hours of release tomorrow, I'm certain. But anyway, that's going to do it for tonight. Just a quick 1-hour stream. I wanted to do a couple of maps in Defense Grid 2 and check things out. As I mentioned, I will be back later on with a quiet stream with my new series on the YouTube channel, Quiet Time with Juice Bags. I know a lot of people aren't available to watch the stream at those hours, with the exception of my friends over in Europe or Australia. But I put those on the YouTube channel for people to check out there. So thanks for swinging by, guys. I know it's late, and it was short notice. I didn't realize I was going to have full access to the game tonight. I was expecting to have to start playing Defense Grid tomorrow as soon as it became available on Steam. But I found out that I was able to play it tonight, so wanted to get some content up there. So thanks again for swinging by. Anyone who's coming in late here now and watching, this video will be over on the YouTube channel within a few hours. So thanks again, and we'll see you soon. Check back tomorrow for the Gauntlet. Can't wait. Thanks.